What's up, party people? Welcome to my review for The Flash, Season 8, Episode 12, called Death Rises. This was a good episode. And it actually, if you was one of those people who had questions about Ronnie and what happened to Ronnie when he helped Barry with the singularity and all that type of stuff, this episode basically calls back to that episode and what it actually did and caused. So, before we get into that, let me give you the synopsis to set it up so then I can break it down. With a new meta terrorizing the city, Joe lends a hand to the local authorities. Barry gets an assist from Cecile, who helps to track the mass murderer. So, things are getting bad in the city, Central City. Deathstorm has arrived and he's just massively killing people. But not everybody, just certain people. And if you've seen the episode, you know what I mean, because he has a certain way how he goes about doing it. The episode kind of picks up where the last episode left off, with Team Flash with Barry still reeling from not knowing where Iris is, and Team Flash thinking they have stopped Deathstorm or the Black Flame, and some things go down. Deathstorm does reveal his plan in this episode, so you do get a sense of why, or at least part of his plan. We do get, I won't say his whole plan, I'll say part of it. Because you do get, like, a reasoning for at least what he's doing with Caitlin. I don't feel like there was any subplot in this episode. I don't think there was like a sub story, like something that was just, I guess you could call Iris time sickness the sub story, but it kind of intermingled with the main story. But Iris time sickness is getting worse. She's visibly having problems, and there's answers on that front too of what happened to Iris. When what I think was the girl's name Tracy, Stacy, something like that, who attacked her. You do get answers about that. Like I said, Deathstorm, when he reveals himself. Oh man, I thought I got to sneeze. That's not. When Deathstorm reveals himself, or at least starts to reveal how he came to be, that's where we start getting the Ronnie backstory, how Ronnie basically helped create him, if that makes sense. Because that's when I was watching the episode, I was like, wait a minute, so Ronnie pretty much created you? Is what you're saying? Or at least, yeah, it sounded like that's what he was saying. When Ronnie, and Barry explained this to a base, when Ronnie separated himself and we only saw Martin Stein fall to the ground, they were saying basically, I guess they said when Ronnie shot into the singularity, both Deathstorm and Barry explained that, I guess when he went into the singularity, he had grief because he didn't know, he was grieving because he didn't know that he would survive or not. And when he eventually died, that grief, I guess, shot into the singularity, into where he was, and helped create him. The Deathstorm said that's why he's so big on feeding off of people's grief was because of Ronnie. That's what Ronnie did to help create him, I guess. And then they do give you answer to why it took him this long to get here. I do like that scene when Barry ran on his own lightning. That was like the one of the coolest scenes, watching him basically throwing platforms of lightning to himself because his boots could basically make it solid. And that was kind of cool, that on that front. And one thing I'm not sure on. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments down below because I'm stuck. But when Esperanza, that's just a minor spoiler. I got because I need to know when Esperanza showed up. Was that the same the actress who played Esperanza? Because I'm not, or is that a new person? I couldn't tell that was the same actress who played Esperanza or a new person, but either way, she's like I said, it's minor spoiler. She does show up in the episode. Overall, the episode was good. I enjoyed it. It had its twists and turns. It had its moments. There was nothing bad about the episode. I do like they actually they brought the captain into it this time. She finally used her button. We got to see how a meeting between the CCPD and the Flash goes now, because since she knows his identity, but the other police don't. He still appears in his Flash suit, but and she has to remember to use the Flash instead of his real name. But he pretty much they pretty much treat him like a member of the police force. So I honestly I like that aspect of it. But yeah, Kramer. I'm glad Kramer got to be in this episode and actually got to be an integral part, because that was one of the things that was missing from these last few episodes, was that where was Kramer? Once that whole thing with Goldface and all that type of stuff happened, Kramer just pretty much disappeared from the story, and I'm glad they did. Deathstorm is menacing, and yeah, so I ain't had no problem with it. So I'm giving this episode I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 big ups, because this was a good episode. Wasn't a perfect 10, but it wasn't because nothing was wrong. It just wasn't written or scripted to be a perfect 10 episode, but it did do its job of moving the story forward, since we supposed to have another end of season villain after him. So I'm glad that it did what it did, and I did enjoy it. But if you enjoyed this review, then you hit this button right there in the upper right corner for all of my reviews. And if you enjoy this review so much, you want to support the channel, all you gotta do is hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, do all those great things, because I enjoy your feedback, and your feedback helps me do this much better. And as always, hit any one of these videos for more of my amazing content, but they're going anywhere, because I got Superman Lois coming out right after this. And some reactions, and some more gameplay, and some more reactions and gameplay and reviews, because we also got wrestling reviews. So, a lot coming your way. Stick with me. Thank you. Peace out.